Okay, we're going to load a 45 round now using the partner press, which is a single stage press. And we've already done some of the process, but we're going to go through it again to demonstrate how we go ahead and do this. This is a once fired casing. It's a 45 ACP. We have set the depriming die here, which also sizes the cartridge neck overall, and that removes the primer. At this point, we're going to go ahead and put another primer inside the priming pocket. And in order to do this, we're going to go ahead and use the Lee hand primer, which is here, and we're going to place a primer in here. Place the case back over this, and we're going to take our casing now in here into this case holder, shell holder, and insert the primer. See, the primer is actually seated to the proper depth now. The next instance, we're going to go ahead and place the seating die, which is the bullet seating die, in here, and this will seat the bullet to the proper depth. And what we have done here now, and if you don't know the proper depth, you take a bullet that's already been properly sized, a brand new one, out of the box if you want to, and you adjust it in such a manner so that it fits very snugly here, and you bring this down then until it touches the top of the bullet, and that's snug, okay? And then you can make it deeper if you want to, depending on what you want to do, but it should fit probably around this first calenture, or this last one, on the bullet that we're going to load. And we're going to go ahead and this is a cast bullet and this is a factory bullet. There will be a slight difference in the diameter of those, so this case mouth should actually be slightly enlarged using a case mouth enlarging die, which I don't have set up here. I do have it set up on the Loadmaster press right now. And basically what that does is that you put that down into the case mouth here, and it elongates it slightly so you can absorb the bullet better, or so that it will absorb the bullet better. Okay? So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to go over and do this on the press so that I don't have on second thought, we're going to go ahead and do this the proper manner. This cast bullet case mouth enlarger is a universal tool. I just took it off of a 9mm, and I'm going to go ahead and set it up to do this 45 ACP here. And it's basically set up the same way. You just tighten this down until it snugs up against the case. And then this is push down enough to go ahead and enlarge the case.
All the happy song of Orleans Dance With Me on the midday office party, and we're going to have some happy pirate fans, I imagine, right now. Caller 7 on the good town lines. I'll set you up with a family 4-pack. Win Jeff seats, that's right. They're not quite nosebleeds, but they're up there.
And that has made the case mouth just a slight bit bigger, as you can see, to hold this. And that's all you want, is just a slight bit larger. Too large and it's going to make it difficult to crimp. Now, we'll remove this die. So the side, go back with our bullet seating die for the 45 ACP. This is why it's important to have a lot of different dies, and I recommend eventually that if you're going to be doing this kind of stuff, you get a progressive press so that you don't have to keep moving everything around. Now we're going to load the powder charge, which is, in this case we're using the long shot powder, which is a slow burning, kind of a dirty shotgun powder. And we're using the lead powder die, a lead powder dipper, at a number 5, which is 5 cc's or 0.49. I'm sorry, yeah, 0.49 cc's or 5 grains of powder, which is is a light load for this particular round. After we've loaded the powder in, make sure that the primer is suited right. And now we're going to go ahead and seat the bullet. See, the bullet is seated down approximately to that cannulature. And we're going to remove this. And then we're going to install the factory crimp die. Which will ensure that this round will chamber and fit into any 45 ACP firearm. And this is usually of the 1911 variety.
That's 1-800-NEW-GO. Transform your life with programs designed for working adults.
I came out here one day, got the paperwork I needed. In about 30 minutes, I was signed up and started classes 2 weeks later. So it was quick
now,
and easy.
if you'll note, you can see how this is tightened up around there. Very, very tight. Now, this round is loaded and ready to fire. Now, you can pretty them up if you want to, doing a lot of different things. These rounds have a lot of lubrication on the cast bullet. You can remove some of that if you want to. The lubrication is to provide better or less leading in the pistol barrel after the firearm is discharged. That's how to load a 45 ACP.